A very good morning to all. So we are doing the play Macbeth, and so far we have done Act 1, 2, 3 and 4, and now we have reached to Act 5. So let's see what happens in the scene 1 of Act 5. So we've seen that led by and provoked by the prophecy of the witches, Macbeth kills Duncan and then Banquo, and Lady Macbeth also instigates him for doing the crime to become the King of Scotland. So now Macbeth has killed Duncan and Banquo and Macduff's son and wife. So though he was not that a cruel soldier, but his over-ambitiousness and the interference of the supernatural powers and as well as his wife's greed provoked him to commit all these sins. But now we can see that his wife is not feeling okay. She is also overpowered by her guilt and she is having sleepwalking nights. So at the same time we also notice that so many things along with the English army, along with Malcolm and Donalbain and Ross and Macduff are heading towards to attack Macbeth in Dunsinane Hill. So let's see what happens in scene 1. We see that at the Scottish royal home of Dunsinane, where Macbeth, the royal family of Scotland, reside, a gentleman has summoned a doctor to observe Lady Macbeth's sleepwalking. So Lady Macbeth is not okay and she has started sleepwalking and making weird gestures and weird actions during the night. So the doctor reports that he has watched her for 2 nights now and he has yet to see anything strange. Then the gentlewoman who attends on Lady Macbeth says that she has seen Lady Macbeth rise, dress, leave her room, write something on a piece of paper, read it, seal it and return to bed, all without waking up. So she has been doing very weird and strange things subconsciously during her sleep. So the gentlewoman dares not repeat what Lady Macbeth says while sleepwalking, because she might be saying something about the murder Lady Macbeth and Macbeth has committed. The doctor and the gentlewoman are interrupted by a sleepwalking Lady Macbeth, who enters carrying a candle. So this is a very important scene and a very important soliloquy, very significant soliloquy that we are going to hear from Lady Macbeth. So the gentlewoman reports that Lady Macbeth asks to have a light by her side all night because she is not feeling safe. So the doctor and gentlewoman notice that Lady Macbeth rubs her hands as if washing them and says that yet there is a spot out say. So she during her sleep she is not at peace and she feels that she has a bloody spot on her hand. So as she continues to wash her hands, her words betray her guilt to the 2 onlookers. So the two onlookers, the gentlewoman and the doctor, are very sure now that she has committed some crime and she is feeling guilty. So the Lady Macbeth seems to be reliving the events on the night of Duncan's death. She cannot get the stain of smell of blood off her hand. So she keeps washing her hands and she asserts a very important statement and very important soliloquy. She talks to herself during her sleepwalking and she says that what will these hands never be clean? All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand because they are stained of the blood of Duncan. So all the scents of Arabia, all the perfumes of Arabia will not lessen the smell of blood of her hands. So as the sleepwalking Lady Macbeth imagines, she hears knocking at the gate and returns to her chamber. So while the doctor and the gentlewoman, the lady, are looking at all these things, they think that she needs a priest rather than a physician. So the doctor takes his leave, asserting that he and the gentlewoman had better not reveal what they have seen or heard. So they should not reveal what they have heard, what they have noticed during the night, and what they heard from Lady Macbeth's mouth, because that this thing might get them into trouble, because she is the Queen of Scotland and she might not be betrayed like this. So they are confident enough that she is feeling guilty, and her guilt of killing the King Duncan is not letting her sleep during nights. So now moving on to the next scene, we see that all the Thanes are against Macbeth now. We see the Thane Menteith, Caithness, Agnes, Lennox march with a company of soldiers toward Birnam Wood. Okay, Birnam Wood, about which the witches also prophesied something. So now they have all lords and all the Thanes have reached to Birnam Wood, where they will join Malcolm and the English army, which is also supporting them. So they claim that they will pure the country, the Scotland, of Macbeth's sickening influence. Then in the next scene, we see that at Dunsinane, where Macbeth is ruling, so Macbeth tires of hearing reports of nobles who have defected to join the English forces. So he is very tired, he is fed up of hearing about the reports of the Thanes and nobles who have joined the English army and Malcolm. So he feels very cheated and defeated, because so many lords from his side have joined Malcolm and the English army against Macbeth. So, but at the same time he feels consoled, because by the witch's prophecy that he has nothing to fear until Birnam Wood comes to Dunsinane, or until he counters someone who is not born out of a woman. So these two things, that a wood cannot come to the palace and a person who is not born of a woman can kill him. So these two things seems impossible. So Macbeth feels very safe and invincible. So though everybody is against her, but he is confident because of the prophecy told by the witches. So a servant then enters with the news that the enemy has rallied 1,000 men, but Macbeth sends him away, scolding him for his cowardice, because he is feeling very confident that he is invincible, he cannot be defeated by anyone on earth. So after calling for his servant Satan to help him put on his armor, Macbeth is also asking the doctor about the Lady Macbeth's diagnosis. So the doctor replies that she is not sick but is troubled by her visions. So she has some mental problem. So in some way or the other, that she must cure herself of these visions. So this reply does not please Macbeth, and he feels a bit worried also. And then Macbeth declares that he would applaud the doctor if he could cure her wife. Then abruptly Macbeth leaves the room, professing once again that he will not fear death and ban until Birnam Wood comes to Dunsinane. So aside, the doctor who witnesses all these things from Lady Macbeth and from Macbeth also, the doctor confesses that he would not like to be as far away from Dunsinane as possible. That he would like to be as far away from Dunsinane as possible. So he is not feeling safe, and he talks to himself, he confesses to himself that he will have to leave the country Dunsinane to be safe, to leave the city to be safe, because all the things are so much weird and he does not feel safe in the city. Then in scene 4 we see that all the lords and nobles and thanes who were supporting Malcolm, we see that Malcolm, Seward, the young Seward, the son of Seward, then Macduff, Menteith, Caithness and Agnes marched towards Birnam Wood. So Birnam Wood is the place they have selected for their all conspiracy and their planning. So as they approach the forest, Malcolm instructs the soldiers to cut off branches of the forest and hold them up in order to disguise their actual number. So see, so the prophecy of the witches that nobody he won't be defeated until the Birnam Wood will come to Dunsinane. So Birnam Wood will be is ready to come to Dunsinane in form of the branches of the wood which are being held by the soldiers. So this prophecy is also coming to be realized. So all the soldiers who are headed by Malcolm and the other nobles will be marching towards the city Dunsinane along with the branches to hide their actual numbers. So Seward informs Malcolm that Macbeth confidently holds Dunsinane. He is very confident of his victory, Macbeth, because of the prophecy of the witches. So waiting for their arrival, Malcolm comments that almost all of Macbeth's men have deserted him. So Macbeth is all alone now, and they march along with the English army to attack Dunsinane and Macbeth. So far we have seen that everybody is against Macbeth, and Lady Macbeth is also who was the firm supporting Macbeth is also not well, and she is also overpowered by her guilt, and she is lost her sanity, and she is started doing very weird things. So everybody is against Macbeth now, and her own humanity and the human kindness which was there is also overpowered by the witch's prophecy and his own over ambitiousness, and now he is all set to kill everybody that comes along his way to be that comes in the path of his becoming the King of Scotland. So he feels very safe and invincible because he is very assured of the prophecy by the witches that nobody can kill him who is not born out of a woman's womb, and until the Birnam Wood comes to the jungle, the forest of Birnam comes to the city Dunsinane. So let's see how the prophecy will contradict itself, and how Macbeth will be defeated in the end, and how he sins, and how the tragic flaw of his character brings his doom in the end. So enough for today. Thank you.